If you're looking at becoming a transport manager, one of the first things you'll ask is, do I actually need a CPC? Let's give you a clear answer. I'm Steve Rounds, former Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Officer and now Transport Compliance Specialist and Transport Manager CPC training provider. My job is to make sure transport managers know exactly what's expected of them, and this is right at the top of the list. Yes, if you want to be named as the transport manager on a standard national or standard international operator's licence, you must hold a Certificate of Professional Competence or CPC. That qualification is what proves your professional competence, and without it you simply can't do the job legally. Here's how it works. On a restricted licence, the operator doesn't need to appoint a qualified transport manager at all, which means technically they don't need a CPC to be involved. But, and this is crucial, operators are still required to meet exactly the same compliance standards as those who have a standard licence. The law makes no distinction in the level of responsibility. Safe vehicles, driver's hours, record keeping, it all still applies. For a standard licence, however, the CPC is non-negotiable. The Traffic Commissioner needs to see that a qualified, competent person is in place to manage those compliance systems day to day. That's why your CPC isn't just a certificate, it's a licence to operate professionally in this role. So, if you're a qualified CPC holder, you could be appointed as the transport manager for a haulage company running under a standard licence. Without that CPC, you couldn't. On the other hand, a restricted licence operator might still ask you for your help, because even though they don't need a CPC transport manager, they do need the same standards, and your skills can make the difference. So, the answer is this. If you're aiming to be a transport manager on a standard licence, you absolutely need a CPC. On a restricted licence, you don't, but the compliance standards are identical, and your knowledge is just as valuable. That's the complete answer. In the next video, we'll cover another of the most searched questions about the Transport Manager CPC.